evening, guys, and happy, what is today? Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces. Yes, Thursday. We got a football game to go to tomorrow. It is potentially, but hopefully not, the last game of the season. It is for sure the last game, the last regular season game. But they are hoping if they win tomorrow, they will be in the playoffs. It still could get really funky. Like, even still, a team with 6 wins can sometimes still not make it in the playoffs. And sometimes even a team with 5 wins can make it into the playoffs. So while, again, too, I don't think they'll like our playoff points. I mean, there's a slight chance that we could even make it in right now as of, you know, like I said, the wins that we have, but it's more than likely not. So they have to win tomorrow in order to go on to the postseason and play the following week, which, again, too, will be like super weird because we have not made it into the playoffs in like 20 years, I don't think, something like that. I think somewhere close to there, but yeah, I want to say Matthew was like maybe, I don't even know. I want to say maybe it was like 2004, 2005. I think maybe they made it to the playoffs, but I don't believe that it has been, like, I think I was trying to do the math and I was like, I don't think one of the kids that are actually, even the seniors, one single kid that is playing on the team right now, I don't think that they would have been alive the last time that we actually made it to the playoffs. So, like I said, that's pretty cool, I guess, pretty crazy. Fun fact, little, you know, stat in there, but I'm going to take a shower and get to bed because I want to get some sleep before the game tomorrow. And also too because our drywaller was here this morning and my mom actually, she took Jack to school, and so while she was gone though, I was up and I was, you know, like I said, the drywallers were upstairs and I had to keep the dogs quiet and I had to keep them quiet in my room too. So I was up pretty much from when they got here, which I want to say was right around the time my mom left, like shortly after that. It was maybe around 8 or 9 o'clock, something like that. So everything actually upstairs too, guys, for a little update. As far as the room goes, the drywall is all up and everything is mudded. I think, I want to say like 90% of everything is mudded. The really cool thing too that our drywaller actually did is that the windows upstairs, guys, this is so cool because it's, I don't want to say never been done, but like I've seen it in like stucco style houses and stuff like that. He actually did the drywall around the window, like framed it with like, completed it, if that makes sense. I think he even put the, I think it's called beadboard along like the I don't know, the seams kind of the window frame. Whereas normally, like our windows that are all down here and everything like that have them, we have trim over them because in most cases, and the reason you put trim up is so that you can hide the imperfections where things don't get butted up or match up really well and stuff like that. And so, for example, over the door or whatever, you know, you have trim around it because the drywall just goes up to the door frame, and then after that you just put the trim over it so that you can't see that it wasn't finished. Well, like I was saying, with our drywaller, he actually ended up doing it all around the entire window. So we can still put trim over if we want to, or for right now, at least we can leave it like that and it doesn't look unfinished. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. It makes the windows more look like sunken in kind of too because it's so finished like that. They just look so good. On top of that too, he also ended up doing the windowsills that he did. He also framed those in drywall as well and did the same thing too. Like, it's all finished. It looks so nice, guys. It is like he did an amazing job. It is, like I said, like the most beautiful windows upstairs, and the double windows look so pretty. Those I think are the only ones that are actually done. The other ones, I think it's framed, but I don't think that the other 2 windows have the windowsills done. So I think he still has, like I said, a little bit more to do with that. And he also said that he has to do, I think in some spots he's going to do a thicker mud on some of the stuff, and I think like not re-mud, but some of the stuff just like go over it again and that kind of thing. And then I believe he will probably sand, probably not again too this weekend. Maybe he'll come back on Saturday, but he even said too, he was like, I probably won't be here like all day on Friday. And we even said too, like we'll probably not be here either because we have the football football game to go to. You're going to the football game anyway. But, you know, because again too, he has worked his butt off this week, and like I said, everything upstairs looks so amazing and so nice. And like I said too, it's so detailed. Like there's so much, like, I don't want to say detailed, but like just a lot of extra work. Like I said, I wasn't expecting him to do like that whole window framing thing and stuff like that. It's like, if we didn't want to, we could just not put, you know, again, trim around those windows upstairs, which I'm like, that's crazy. Like, that's how nice and finished it looks. And again too, even when they replaced the windows downstairs, you know, they put trim back on, you know, and around the windows and stuff like that too, because they were just replacing the windows. They weren't, you know, doing the you know, all the drywalling and fixing the drywall and that kind of stuff. And I was like, this is just amazing. Like, honestly, the job that he did is phenomenal. But that's why, again too, it took him, you know, a while, you know, again this week, because he was I think today he had somebody helping him for like half the day, and then again too, he had somebody helping him, I think yesterday, and I want to say maybe on Wednesday. Again too, he's been working mainly by himself, again, for kind of the most part. I would say maybe a little bit over half that time he's been working by himself. So again too, it is tough to do that. So, you know, again, I know it took me over, I want to say it was over a week between getting all of the floorboards, or the floor, the subfloor, when I ended up screwing all that down. It took me a while too, and that was also waiting for my dad to cut the stuff, and then, you know, doing that. Like, I know it took me a while, and that wasn't even, I wasn't doing detailed work. I was just putting some screws in some, you know, some plywood flooring, and, you know, just that's basically what I was doing. He, you know, that's how he started out, was basically doing the same thing but on the walls. He had to, you know, go find the studs, screw all the stuff down, and put all the pieces up and everything like that. And now that, you know, like I was saying, it's all, you know, like everything's hung up, now he has to do all the mudding and everything like that, whereas he did a good portion of that yesterday and then kind of finished it up. But again too, as I was saying, there's still a little bit more stuff that I know he mentioned that he was still going to do or fix or something like that. So like I said, I think he's coming back for the most part and just going to finish up whatever still needs to be done tomorrow, which again, he said probably shouldn't be the whole day, and then he'll do the sanding, I think, either, again, maybe, I'm not even going to say like on Saturday, because I don't think it'll be dry by Saturday, so he might just come back at the beginning of the week, maybe Monday, Tuesday, again, whatever, something like that. I'm going to definitely assume that by next weekend for sure he will be done. And then we can get the paint up there, we can get the lights up there, and electric, and, you know, whatever outlet stuff we need to put in. And then I think he's going to be doing the floors after that. So like I said, I am like beyond impressed, especially compared to the very, very crummy drywall job that we had upstairs previously, which was from the, I believe the rumor that's going around the neighborhood was that the previous homeowner actually did it themselves, and it was not a very good like drywall job at all. There were, you know, again, certain things that just like, I don't know, there were certain parts too in the ceiling where there were pieces of wood that was like lower than, like, they weren't flush, so you could see like bows in some of the drywall and stuff like that. He made sure like that none of that kind of stuff was happening. Like I said too, the insane detail he was doing around the windows and stuff like that. Like, I was not expecting anything even close to like, again too, I was just expecting, okay, just slap it up there, we'll just put the trim around it, you know, that kind of stuff. But if we want to, we can wait with the trim, which would be super nice. Like, again, it's awesome, and it looks so nice. And like I was saying too, like the way it looks to me is like how like stucco or adobe style houses have their windows a lot of times, more like, you know, kind of like built in, if that makes sense. I've like never, almost hardly ever seen it with drywall where it's not like trimmed around it. And again too, if we wanted to, we could leave it. I think we might end up adding trim, but again too, if we don't want to, we don't really have to. Whereas it looks like it was just, you know, like, I don't know, like it was perfect, like made, built in for that space. It just, like I said, it has a very different vibe and a feel to it, like I said, and I don't see that a lot. And if it's drywall, normally it's just trimmed, you know, and I've not, like I said, around the windows and like all that kind of stuff, it looks so nice. So, and that's like all his handiwork too, because he put the windows in, he replaced all that stuff, you know, everything like that. And then to, you know, again, do that drywall work around it, I think is just, you know, again, so cool. And to putting the window sills in, like we, again, too, weren't originally, I think my dad had mentioned like, oh yeah, if you want to do the, you know, the window sills or whatever, but it wasn't something that we were like, yeah, we need window sills up there, you know, kind of thing. But he ended up putting those in, and then again too, now with the drywall, you know, trimmed all around the window and stuff like that, it just looks so nice. So it's dark upstairs, otherwise I'd probably show you guys, but I can't really because there's no light and it's hard to see and stuff like that. And it's tough too because he's been finishing like when it's almost dark out anyway, so it's like I can't really go upstairs and be like, here's what, you know, he got done for today. But maybe tomorrow, if he's done earlier, like I said, and it'll still be sunny out before we go to the football game, I can share with you guys. But like I said, I'm gonna take a shower, get to bed. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.